Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video, we will discuss about the anonymous inner classes. In our previous video, we have discussed about the inner classes, and in this video, we will discuss about the anonymous inner classes. So let's see what is anonymous inner classes. I first of all create a class here. I type here class, and the name of the class is, you can say, line, like line, okay. In the body of this class, I am going to create the anonymous inner classes. Now keep thinking in your mind that anonymous classes is always the inner class. You cannot create an outer class anonymous. The inner class is always anonymous. You have to keep this point in your mind that always inner class is a anonymous class. So if I want to create an anonymous class, I have to use the inheritance. The inner anonymous class is always the child class. So what I have to do, I have to create an other class here. I type here class animal. And in this class, I am going to create a method. I type here public void, and I type here, you can say, eat. In this method, I print a statement. Line eats meat. Okay. Like this. So now if I want to create the anonymous inner classes, I go to my another class which is a line, and the anonymous class has no name. If I want to create anonymous class has no name. So how we can create that? First of all, this is the body of the anonymous class, and I have to use the reference of the parent class. So I type here new animal, and we have to store it in some reference. So I type here animal a equals to new animal, and the anonymous class always end with a semicolon. In this way, this is the anonymous inner class. You can see that this class has no name. We are using the reference of its parent class like this. And one more thing that you have to keep in mind, we have also discussed this point in the inheritance, that if there is a class A which is the parent class and a class B which is the child class. And now if I create, for example, I type here class A and class B that extends A like this. And now if I create the object like this, I go to main method and type here A s1 equals to new B like this. Okay, so this is small b here. Okay, so now if I create thing like this, now the instance is of the B type, but the reference is of the its parent class. Now S1 can access all the methods in the parent class, but S1 cannot access the method in the child class. In the same way, the animal class is the child class, and it is using the reference of the parent class. So we can only use the method declared inside the parent class. We cannot use the method declared in the child class. But when we will override, we use the polymorphism, we use the method overriding. At that time, this thing is decided that which function we want to execute is decided at the runtime. So if we override the function, then we can use the child class method. Otherwise, we cannot use the child class method if we have a reference of the parent class. In the same case here, this anonymous inner class is using the reference of the parent class. So we can only use the methods of its parent class. If I want to use the method of the parent class, then I have to override the method that are present in the parent class. I hope you understand. So I remove this line from here simply, and I remove also this from here, and I type here at override annotation, and I type here public void eat, and I override this method. I type here system.out.println I type here line eats meat. I change the string from here like animal eats something. Okay, like that. I also create a method here. I type here public void color, and I print a statement here system dot out dot println, and I type here orange like this. And now I go to my main method, and now if I want to access this method in my main method, I first of all go to the main method and create the object of the line class. So I type here line L equals to new line like this, and I type here L dot an dot eat like this. And now if I run this program, you will see line eats meat. So this is the anonymous inner class. And notice one more thing. I type here L dot an dot, and now I cannot access the colored method inside the main method. You can see color. I cannot access the color method because I told this thing in the previous time that you can only access the method that are present in its parent class. This anonymous inner class is using the reference of the animal class, which is its parent class, and it can only use the method of the parent class. And if I want to define some method here, then I must have to use the overriding. Declaring this method does not make any sense here. This method do nothing. I remove this method from here. So I hope that you understand what is anonymous inner class. I repeat it once again. First of all, anonymous inner class has no name. Second thing, anonymous is always a inner class. Third thing, that anonymous class always a child class of some class. We have to use the inheritance. Okay, these are the three main points in the anonymous inner class that you have to keep in your mind. I create a class with the name line. Then I want to create an anonymous class. Before that, I have to create the parent class. So I create a class animal and create a method inside the animal class with the eat and type here the statement animal eats something. Then I simply move to the class line and create the anonymous inner class. I use the reference of the animal class, which is its parent class. Then I have started the body of the anonymous inner class, and the anonymous inner class always ends with a semicolon. So I type here semicolon, and in this class I have override the method eat. If I don't override this method eat, then I can only access the method of its parent class. For example, I go to my main method and type here public void color, and this method I print a statement system.out.println and color of animal like this. Now if I go to the main method and type here L dot an dot, you can see I can access the color method which is present in its parent class. You can see that I can access the color. And now if I run this program, you can see the definition of the parent class is executed. If I override this color method in my child class, then definitely the overridden version is executed when I run this program. I hope you understand. So if you feel any problem while understanding anonymous inner classes, you can definitely ask me a question. I will help you. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video.